us a little bit about yourself. What do you do?
Okay, so my name is طاهرة Ahmed. I'm the Director of Interfaith Engagement and an Associate University Chaplain at Northwestern University. So essentially, I am by default the Muslim chaplain at Northwestern University, which is in Chicago.
That's really beautiful. And what about you?
I am Jebin, and I am in the U.S. military. I'm a religious group leader, and I'm aspiring to become a Muslim military chaplain. If at all anything, this field is just expanding. We have people who are in different fields of chaplaincy, and it's growing. And seems like the youth or even families are benefiting from these services.
That's cool. Yeah.
It's a growing field.
Oh, wow. MashaAllah.
Because chaplaincy is about like social service.
Right.
You're in a helping business. People don't hate social workers. If at all anything, they love them.
That's great.
That's my experience.
Yeah, that's good.
So let me tell you a little bit more about chaplaincy as a field itself, right?
Yeah.
So the word chaplain actually comes from the Latin root word to cloak someone in their time of need, the idea of embracing somebody when they are in need. So while it is a term, the etymology of that term comes from Christian roots, today it is used for many different traditions. You have Muslim chaplains, you have Jewish chaplains, you have Buddhist chaplains, Hindu chaplains, mainline Protestant, Catholic chaplains as well, right? So it's a field in which, as Wصليحة mentioned, it started, Muslim chaplaincy in the United States actually did start in the military, and then it moved to the prison systems, or expanded to the prison systems, it expanded to the hospital systems, and now you see many Muslim chaplains primarily at private higher education institutions, because that's where the funding is to many of them will hire actually Muslim chaplains. So as a university chaplain, as a college chaplain, part of my responsibility is not only to Muslims but to anyone, right? Any student can come into my office and express whatever it is that's on their mind, on their heart, and my job is again to be that space, that third space that embraces them, and it's not necessarily they're not coming I shared in one of my talks earlier that it's not a place where I reiterate dogma of any kind, right? They're not coming to find out if something is haram or halal. Many of them actually do know what's right from wrong. They're really coming because life has, occurred, or things in their life have occurred that they really would like somebody to just listen to, right? So my job is to create that third space where they feel like it's a safe and brave space. And, I get cases anywhere from, I got drunk last night, I think God hates me, to, I'm Hindu and I'm in love with a Muslim girl, I just want to talk to you. Or, I've never prayed in my life and I just want, to think about prayer in my life and what does that mean, and meditation. So chaplaincy is, I think, something that's growing, but it's primarily, for me, it has been a practice of creating a space where someone can grow in meaning and purpose in life.
What would you give an advice for those people?
Well, I'm not going to bombard with you have to do this, that, do these technical things. I would say what my teachers have taught me, and that was the first thing I received from my mother as well, which is my real teacher. Surrounding myself with people of God. Doesn't have to be just Muslims, doesn't have to be just one kind of Muslims. People who love God, who want to love people for the sake of God, just surround yourself with them and do whatever you want to do. Whatever you feel like you're good at, do your best, focus. Don't live in virtual reality, live in real reality, right? And if you ask our teachers, they'd be like, are you even sure this is real? So just be real, do whatever you feel is comfortable for you. You don't have to prove anybody anything. Just take good care of your heart. Heart would lead you, because that's where Allah is. That's all I'm going to say.
I think that's excellent. The only thing I would expand on is I love this idea of just be real and surround yourself with people that are positive energy, who are good for you, who will help you think about what's important to you in life. part of what's happening, I think, not just for the Muslim community, but the larger context of the American young arena is that there's a lot of apathy going around. Like, oh, you know, there's a lot of, you know, when you think about the global condition and then what's happened recently with the political climate in this country, there's a lot of apathy, I think, among the young people, right? Whereas this idea of like, okay, things are just getting worse and worse, so who cares type of, you know, attitude. And sometimes when you're in that age range where everyone is like, oh yeah, you know, it's actually kind of cool to not know what you're up to, right? It's actually kind of cool to say, oh, life is just, there's nothing, if you don't live for something, you will die for anything, right? So this idea that if you get up every single day and think like, wow, like I have an opportunity to really make something of my life, right? I think that can happen when you surround yourself with people with positive energy who have some sense of meaning and purpose in life. And then secondly, to really think about the value that you have to offer to the world. It could be a very, like, everyone can think about what it is that they can actually do. It could be something small, right? But creating the kind of change that you really want to see, it starts with yourself. So surrounding yourself with good people, thinking deeply about what is it that you want to add to the world that can actually help the world, the condition of the world. And that cannot happen though without self-care, right? So you have to really deeply think about, how do I take care of myself? What does that mean for myself? Does that mean surrounding myself with good people? Also having a sense of positive attitude. Like, it's not cool to bully people. It's not cool to think that, oh, you know, the world is just, you know, a messy place and I'm just going to leave it messy, right? It's a beautiful place. If you make it beautiful, it will be beautiful.